Glad to meet with all of you today. And before I launch into our topic, I would like to say that we are still witnessing the effects of the eclipse. Like here in Dubai, everyone knows that we were completely flooded. Now, yes, the phenomena of the eclipse has passed through the sky, but its effect will continue to be with us for the next 3 to 6 months. And as we were discussing earlier, most probably till the end of the year. Now, there are a number of effects. One of them is going to be on a personal level. So each and every one of you will go through a specific challenge. So that's your personal thing for eclipsing. But then the planet itself is going through an eclipse, and also, so it's going to be individual, and it's going to be family karma, and it's going to be country karma, and then it's going to be the whole world. So we're all witnessing this. Why? Because in order to make room for something new, you have to go through cleansing. So what's happening in Dubai here and in other places in the Gulf area, it's a cleanse. And it's a pricey cleanse. But this is the karma that sometimes a nation pays, an individual pays, or the whole world is going to pay. You will also witness still yet more drastic, like what happened here in the area is nothing compared to what's going to happen more on the Western front, right? That's all I'm going to say for now. Today, I want to speak about, again, vibration, because we have spoken about it for a number of times, and I mainly concentrated on the vibration of your date of birth, your date of birth. Today, I want to speak about the significance of names. And names are very, very important, because once you are born, the first thing that you are given after you breathe is a name. And this name that is written in your birth certificate upon birth, the way it is written, the spelling it is written with, is the totality of it becomes what we call your fate number, like your fate number. So, and it remains with you for life. Your power name that comes from what you choose to go by in your bank, in your business, in your everyday life. Maybe you take your first name and the family name, and you're only using this, and you're discarding the names in the middle. So this will give you a power name. It's the name that gives you power in life. And I said before, some people, especially women in the West, they do change their family name to the husband's family name. Here we don't. In this part of the world, we are very proud of who we are, and we retain our surname until we die. But for women especially, who change their names after marriage, they sometimes find that they were living in abundance, and the minute they got married and changed the family name to the husband's surname, the business collapses and it doesn't do very well. And that's because of the power name that they are using. So I advise them to resort back to their maiden name. Now, to give you a flavor of what this means, because this really warrants a workshop, which I will announce when we're all ready and in good time. So the most important thing, I will speak about your first name. So let's just speak about first names, because in numerology, they do the whole name, like your name, your first name and surname. So I'm Omnia Amin. They would take Omnia, every letter, Amin, every letter, add them up and give me my power. But I would like to speak about your first given name from a very different point of view. How can I know, or how can you understand how your first name impacts you? Because we are usually called by our first name every single day, many times. So I would keep on saying, Jane, come here, or Cecile, come here, or Omnia, come here. You keep hearing your name and using your first name over and over and over again on a daily basis. And the energy of this name, the power of this name when they call your name has significance. And today I'm going to concentrate on one thing, the first letter of your first name. How to understand yourself through the first letter of your first name. So, every letter will transform into a number. And I'm going to give you what each letter is and how to understand the significance. So I'm really going to go through the alphabet. All the alphabet, all the letters of the alphabet, and how they translate into a number and what does this mean. So the letters A, J, and S, A, J, and S, convert to number 1. So any person whose name starts with an A or a J or an S, like here we have Jane, for example, if your first name is starting with a J, what does an A or a J or an S mean? It means you are an initiator because it converts to the number 1. So number 1, you are born an initiator, an entrepreneur, a courageous person. You're the one who would take the first step into introducing yourself, into opening a business that no one thought of before, in doing things that require courage, that require of you intelligence, because 1 is also a master. The number 1 is the number of the master. So when I get a name that starts with any of these 3 letters converting to a 1, I know that the person in front of me will live their life with courage, will be intelligent, will have leadership qualities, is also an entrepreneur in a lot of things that they do in life, and they have the means to succeed. The number 1 never fails. It is a very intelligent number that is always dedicated to new things, new initiatives, finding solutions. And it sees itself as the leader that speaks for the all, for everything. So that's number 1. All right, letters B, K, and T converts to the number 2. So if your name starts with a B or a K or a T, it means you're a number 2, and 2 means that you are someone who is an excellent negotiator. Like your name, every time they say your name, you're a negotiator because you are a person who has empathy for others. You're able to put yourself in other people's shoes, and this is why the negotiator starts, because you're seeing things from their perspective, and when you are speaking to someone, they feel your empathy, sympathy with them. And 2 is also all about love and peace. The number 2, they are people who are prone to wanting peace. They don't want to disturb the peace in any place, and sometimes they are called people's pleasers because they don't want to annoy or upset anyone. And 2s are always people who don't like to do things alone. So the people whose names start with 1, the number 1, they are happy to travel alone, do things alone, but not B, K, and T, because they like to do things with others. So they're capable of doing things alone, but it would be so much fun to travel with someone else. It would be so much fun to do something with my brother, my father, my friend, my colleague, you name it. So they always want to be doing things with others. Now, C, L, and U is the number 3. C, L, and U. So if your name starts with a C, like Cecile here, what does it mean? It means you are very creative. 3 is the number of creativity. And sometimes they say 3 among the numbers is the first perfect number, because they say the universe is built on 3, 6, and 9, but 3 is the first perfect rounded number in numerology. So 3 would mean you're what we call a trinity. It means that you are a person of diverse talents that is able to bring people from different backgrounds, cultures together, work in harmony in any diverse environment, diverse culture, diverse backgrounds, and thrive in that culture or thrive in that environment. And also 3 is the number of communication. So you're an excellent communicator. You know that the person in front of you will communicate very well, has the tools to communicate quickly, and is sharp-minded, speed. They like to do things quickly. So they catch it very quickly, and they are able to take these elements that other people would feel are not going or are not getting along and make something harmonious out of them. So it's the beautiful, creative communicator. The number 4 is D, M, and V. So if your name starts with a D or an M or a V, you're a number 4. And 4 means it's responsibility. You are someone who is able to take responsibility. You're the pillar of existence. So you are a very good teacher. You're a very good, as we can say, not just teacher, communicator as a teacher. Like you can teach people things and have depth of knowledge in your area. But the 4 means that you are financially responsible. So a lot of bankers come from the number 4, and teachers come from the number 4 because they are backbone of society. So people who carry the energy of 4, other people will depend on them financially and otherwise. They are trustworthy. They will have the quality of trustworthiness and of volunteering. Who will collect the money? Who will organize this? Who can lead that group? They will always say, I can. And you find them at the forefront of things, but they're always savvy with money. And they don't just waste their money anywhere. They help others, but they want to put their money where it is worth it, of value. The number 5 goes with letters E, N, and W. So anyone whose name starts with an E, N, or W is all about 5 means the 5 senses are alive. So that's a person who is extremely creative with the senses. So they have an excellent sense of smell, excellent taste. They're very good cooks, sound, musicians, color, painters, anything to do with any profession dealing with the 5 senses, be it art, music, or something that demands sensitivity to coordination. So a lot of them become engineers, interior designers, web designers, stuff like that. Also, 5 is the number of freedom because they value their freedom. They are the number that is the happiest number in numerology because they will get along with everyone. Because of the five senses, they will always know how to get around you. So they are the party goers, the heart and soul of a party, someone who loves life from the full of their heart, is always in the midst of it, but non-conformist. They do not like to conform to a 9-to-5 job. You don't see them with a suit and tie and sitting. They can do it if they have to, but they like to do things at their own terms. Number 5. Number 6 is F, O, and X. Now, F, O, and X is 6. 6 is the sixth sense. So they have a very sharp, intuitive sixth sense. They enter a room and they'd say, there was a quarrel here. Although everyone is quiet, but they can tell that something happened in the room. And they can look a person in the eyes and say, I can trust this person. Or, I cannot trust this person. I'm not going to sign the deal. There is no way that I will partner with him or her. So they've got this element. And also, 6s are healers. So by nature, they will be drawn to healing arts. So you will find that a lot of them do Reiki, a lot of them do energy work, a lot of them do hypnotherapy, a lot of them are in the caring industry, some of them are in the medical profession. They are caretakers of humanity. And they always have a mothering element because the mother always takes care of the siblings. So those are people who take care of others. Their presence in any environment is healing. That's the number 6. Number 7 is G, P, and Y. So anyone whose name starts with G, P, or Y is a number 7. Now, number 7 is a wonderful number to have because they are the number in numerology that are whom we call the antenna on Earth. The antenna on Earth in the sense that they are connected to the 7 levels of existence. So they become the channelers. They channel information from other dimensions. They are in contact with this realm and other realms. They are amazing, intuitive people, and they soak knowledge like a sponge. So when they like something, they cannot have enough of it. They want to listen to all the YouTube videos. They want to read all the books, and they never forget information, and they can transmit it. So they are an antenna that receives and transmits. And it's the most mystic number in numerology. It's the number of the mystics, the hermit. So this is why you will find that number 7s are prone to be alone, want to spend time with themselves because they want to reflect, imagine. Imagination is key in their life. That's the beauty of the 7, the most mystic number in numerology. Now, 8 is H, Q, and Z. If you're an H, Q, or Z, you're an 8. 8 is infinity, which means that the person in front of me, when they focus on something, they laser zoom focus on it, and it's like God, infinite times. So it means that the universe has to give them what they are focused upon. Catch is, are they focused upon something negative or positive? That's the most important question. So anyone who's bearing the number 8, which is H, Q, or Z, need to be very careful where they place their attention. And also 8s are what we call the royal number in numerology. Royal number in the sense that when you do past lives with them, if you believe in past lives, they will always be royal. Or they have royal manners on this earth. So you will find that they like quality things, expensive items. They don't just go for an expensive item, but if there are items given in front of them, they will choose something that resonates with taste and quality. And it will turn out to be the most expensive item there is. 8s are very willing to put in hard work in order to get the luxuries of life. So they are all about taste, quality, luxury, and this is why we call them the royal number in numerology. Right. Our final number is 9, and this is I and R. So I and R are 9s. 9 means, I translate it as old soul. So people whose names start with an I, like Irene, or R, like Ronald, they will always be carrying the vibration of an old soul on earth. Old soul means that they have been here many, many times, and they can engage with people and feel them even though their experience is very different. So people who carry this vibration of I or R, ever since they are children, they can look at an older man or woman of 70, 80, 90 years, and when they are speaking about an experience or ailments, they really know. And they will go and bring them a cushion. They will, because they've been there, they've done that. And they are usually people who are all for justice. You cannot fiddle around with them about anything that has to do with values, with integrity. And they would be the ones who would rally for human rights, humanitarians. So that's why we call them the father of mankind, in the sense that they want to leave the universe in better shape than that they have found it in. So here, this shows you that every single letter of your name will resonate with something. For me, I wanted to focus on the first letter of your name, because the first letter is what is first uttered when they call your name, and it has a lot of power, magic. If you know what your name carries, it can take you to no limits. There is no stopping you. Thank you for being here with me today.